We are back again on WildStar PTR. Um, don't really have anything specific that I was planning to showcase as far as new decor and all of that. I've done that in the past and I haven't really found anything new, but I thought it would be fun to just do some bonus tours today um, of some of the places that we normally wouldn't see on the Jabbit realms, since I can only assume that most of these places that I'm finding are NA homes, since both regions mix and mash up against one another in the PTR. Strangely though, you still have to have separate codes if you want to get on the PTR, depending on what region you're in, even though we're on the same server apparently, but I don't know how that works. Anyway, just dropping a tweet. I do have both NA and EU CBT codes for anyone that happens to be watching or drops by. I have a limited number of them, so not sure how long they will last. It depends. I've already given some away. Usually it's just people that happen to come by my channel and say, hey, you know, I'm been trying to get in, or I'd really like to see this for myself, but just haven't had the opportunity to do so, and I've been able to help them out. But better that we get these sent out quickly as possible, because as everybody has been hearing, the free-to-play is going live on the 29th of this month, so we have just a few more weeks to really dig in, test whatever features we can, and that kind of thing, just kind of iron out. Mostly we're in what they call phase 2. It's more to do with actual real life money transactions and how that's going, making sure that everything's working properly, so that when it does go live and people are actually making those transactions more regularly, that all of the kinks are worked out. But for today, we're just going to kind of hop from house to house. I don't know how many we'll visit, but we'll try and get a few of them. So I wrote down some names yesterday for some places, and hopefully I can visit them again today. Just like on live, sometimes the visitor tool says, hey, they don't exist, even though, you know, even if the person's standing right next to you, it'll say that you can't get in. Again, we're getting new, larger plots in the free-to-play changeover. So a lot of people are bringing in their plots from live just to check out how different it's going to look. I mean, you can see from the original on the live, you won't see all of this stuff sticking out, but that's just, you know, part of the quirkiness of, you know, building to the plot size. So now that it's bigger, they're either going to have to extend this wall out so you don't see all this mess, which would probably be the easiest for this particular build, and just, you know, maybe introduce some other types of elements like benches and maybe a little park area here, you know, some trees and rocks and things like that, to just kind of make it more like it's a corner of the city or something. But this is someone's version of Exile Public Library. I've seen a few of these, and it's always interesting to see how they handle some of the things. Like here, since we don't have actual signs, and it's often kind of difficult and kind of a waste of decor to spell out all the words and stuff. They've just used books as a symbol to indicate, hey, this is a place of knowledge, learning, that kind of thing. So here you have like the little, I don't know, maybe it's a place where the parents can come and just kind of lounge while their kids go and gallivant in the library. Or it's, I don't know, just a place where they can grab a cup of coffee or some hot apple cider, that kind of thing. Then you come in, and this apparently is the librarian where you do all your checking in and out of your books. The robo-librarian. And here is their version of a like cyber cafe kind of thing where they have internet access. Check out play WildStar in WildStar. Very big rooms. Again, personally, I tend to build smaller if I can, because when you have big rooms like this, it's really hard to fill in the space. I mean, you can see that the tables are really large compared to some of the races, at least. Maybe the Mordish and the Granok wouldn't have too much problem, but it really seems oversized for me, or to me. Then you have a little eatery area. I would assume you're not meant to take your drinks and food to the book section, but another little reading area. Just, you know, some extra little bits. And then, of course, you have the full library here with tons of books. The only thing about this, and I realize due to the scope of the library, very difficult to pull it off effectively, but especially in a personal library, if you have it just, you know, a few bookshelves, take the time to kind of add extra books and baubles in so that they don't look exactly the same. If we got some variety of different types of books, book arrangements on the same shelf setup, that would be great to kind of help break it up a bit. But just because this is one of the few filled bookshelves that we have, you know, that's what a lot of people are left using. But it's a good representation of what they're aiming for. It suits the theme very well. And here, I guess, is where folks would come to if they're wanting to do research, maybe study for finals or whatever. And here, I'm not quite sure what the pillows are. It's almost like they're here for like massage therapy or something, but I thought, well, maybe these are just benches to admire the artwork. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Or maybe you read so much you kind of conk out and you need a nap or something, and those are little nap tables. I have really no idea what those are for. But just one of those things. Let's see. I think, yeah, we'll save that for a little bit. I might have missed room. I think there was there's a bathroom here. Just a public restroom. You got all your sinks. And they were kind enough to do the ones for the smaller races as well, so I appreciate that. I've seen some, it looks like the Three Bears, they've got like the small, medium, and large set up. Yeah, see, they've got it same here, I think. If you... Why you would want showers in the library, I'm not sure. Maybe reading is a messy job or something. You get a lot of ink on you or whatever. I don't know. Seems a little over there. Let's head upstairs. I'm not even sure if I went up here when I came here originally, so I'm not quite sure what's all in here. Those are some big storage boxes. Okay, so just access to the roof. Apparently is like a little reading area. Maybe it's where a guild could come and do story time. My pig's kind of going a little nuts there. This is an interesting idea, though. I'm not quite sure why they got the pane of glass up there. I assume it's, I don't know, guard against rain or something. If I was going to have a covered thing like that, I would have just built like some pillars and a roof type of thing just to not make it feel weird. But I'm sure that's what it is. They just decided to do it for the whole thing. So let's go down inside the hatch house. Now you'll notice at the moment the name of the plot owner does show up on the mini-map here. It's Rosie Petalshade for the PTR. But I've noticed that when we enter their, they have an actual custom pre-made home, whether it be bunker house or in spacious or anything like that. For whatever reason, the name just completely disappears here. So if you're looking to revisit somebody's home, make sure you note their name before you go in their house on the PTR, because you might not be able to find them again. So here we have like a stage for maybe special guest speaker of the library, maybe to do some reading from their book or whatever. I'm not sure if they meant to put pillows on all of the benches. I suspect it could be that maybe they ran out of decor limit in some form or fashion, or they just had like, this is the VIP section, and then you got the front row that's got a little special treatment, and the rest just have to sit on the hard seat. But it's a really nice stage setup with all of the lights and things like that. And then I think, yeah, there's a little backstage area for them to prepare themselves for their little presentation. Again, I suspect they were planning to put posters all around the wall there. So anyway, that is Rosie Petal Shade's Exile Public Library. It's a nice theme. We have, I would say, not a shortage, but fewer of these kind of public facility type of things. I mean, I would equate that also with like guild halls and things like that, because while it's not necessarily public to everybody, it's more of a grouped kind of plot. And this kind of thing, like I've seen like courthouses and tribunals, hospitals and things like that. I'm talking about, really specifically community plot themes. We don't really have a whole bunch of those. Usually it's just, if it's going to be public, it's usually a bar or dance club, things like that. And I think that's something folks should consider if they're looking to contribute to, say, specifically the role-playing community, thinking up special things like this. I mean, we do have a number of like carnival park type things, but there's been some that have had like their house is titled a certain way to kind of think, ooh, this is going to be interesting, but they might not have really pulled it off very well. But libraries, and I would say, maybe someone makes a laundromat, or whatever that you would think that someone could use, incorporate into the role play. That's why I think a lot of people do little towns, because maybe you don't want just the laundromat, but you have a laundromat, and, a tailor shop, and specific little bits. But sometimes it's fun if you have a complete plot dedicated to maybe a specific type of little sections. Maybe have one plot dedicated to all the food shops. So then you have a cheese shop and a pastry shop and a bread shop and maybe a pizzeria in the middle or something, that kind of thing. So, I would love to see more of those and this type and how they're handled. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, get the name right. Oops, not door as in door, but door. This one is a buy-tell door. It's called Lakeside Archives. Now, it just so happens that I came across this right after I visited the one we just come from. So It's not like I'm specifically looking for library type houses. It's just it happened to be what came up, what I saw, what caught my eye. So here you have like this really overgrown kind of area. And to me, it almost looks swampy. I don't know if that's the intention, but got this little bench here, and I don't know if, yeah, there's like a little hidden. But I think it's, well, it says lakeside, so it's, you know, it's obviously you're thinking, okay, it's next to a lake, but it looks more like a swamp to me, just because of, I guess, the coloring maybe. I'm not sure what all these pieces are other than rocks, and I'm not really positive what these are. It looks like grain sacks to me, or sandbags. But here you have a little, see, they've got this like huge waterfall type of thing going on. And I can only imagine how much fun they're going to have with some of the new waterfall pieces and the cascading ivy and stuff to kind of help really bring that out. Here you have a nice little, like a little cabin, little log cabin. Got his makeshift wishing well here. Nice use of the Blue Light Lounge drink table for the water. And of course the tiki roof for a little bit on top. And then the tiki bars for the round part. A nice little dinky home up here on the top of, you know, little dome thing. Here we have a small graveyard with some very creepy flowers on them. The ladder. Oh, look at the little telescope for moon gazing. That's a nice little idea. It looks like a plate, some cylinder pieces, and hammers for the legs, and a bottle, the back end part. A nice, simple, easily repeatable construction. Speaking of which, I believe Katia, the one that does the Builder Toolkit add-on, for anyone that's a big fan of that one, and really for those that haven't even tried it yet, I really recommend it. Not only does it fix a lot of like glitchiness, like chair problems, and the offsetting that happens sometimes when you like copy one floor and you copy another floor, paste another floor on top of it to copy what, and it like offsets just a bit. She has a D shift so that it makes it level again, and you can just move it how you want, and makes it fantastically easier to make staircases and things like that. She's updated that particular add-on to include a way to save a set of decor. So for instance, if this person wanted to save the construction of this telescope, I would assume that, you know, I haven't tried it yet, I still need to update it and everything, but I would assume the way she described it, that person can save this, and if they decide to destroy all this but they want this back, they can recall it. And I would assume it just means you need to make sure that you have all of those pieces in your inventory or your crate, and it would construct it again for you. I believe it would automatically construct it back in the same place you had it before, but from what I read, I think she said that it would also be possible to select a new location. So say you've built a makeshift chair, the way I assume it's going to work is if you make a makeshift chair in one place, you can like save that set and then make another one, just pop it right out, and it would be like, and if that's really the case, that would be outstanding. Even more so if we're somehow allowed to um, import and export these particular little builds, because then people can like this person that made this little telescope, they could post um, saying, hey, if you want a telescope for your house, this is one that I've made, and then you can, share your little makeshift custom built items. That would be, I assume either that's probably something that will be coming, or that will be possible with however she set it up. But it's really exciting. I mean, she's got some other things going on. She's showcased the wild ball games like soccer, kicking a little ball around, and it looks really, really nifty. So here's a little makeshift couch kind of thing. Again, this would be something you could like save and then set it out again somewhere else. Real handy if you're wanting to match things from room to room, from level to level, or from inside and outside. I would assume that would make it a lot easier instead of having to go, okay, what size did I make those things over here, and I need to match it over there. So here you have your big screen TV and little ping pong table. So this is like the little game room here. And then here's a pool table, snooker table. Very interesting little fun stuff. And of course, a little bench. Dartboard for those. It's just a little assortment of things for people to mess around with. There's a cozy little, looks like an attic type of thing, but it's got storage and stuff, but it's also got this little, I like the boxing bag here. Usually people will use the sandbag for that. But this looks really a lot closer to how it looks. Yeah, it's a nifty way using the rolled sleeping bags for that. Bathroom, lovely little toilet here. It's just a combination of bowls and plates. Got the metal crate for the back. I love little bits like that. Clever thinking. Here's a sink setup. It's basically an orange dresser with the metal bowl, one of the bowls, a window for the mirror, and hammers for the handle, a little towel rack thing. Shower. Shower head looks like it might be the rusty wind chime, but I'm not positive on that. And then of course you got the pillows for, I don't know, maybe it's soap or loofah sponge or something to wash up with. But yeah, really, really nifty ideas. And they've made a good job of filling in the gaps with the wall pieces to make sure that, it's not too airy. Here's the little dining room. Again, nice little use of the rugs. I hate these rugs myself. I've used them, but they're irritating because they're just kind of misshapen, and you can only use them as a rug or a placemat, typically. I've seen some use them as roof, floor separations and stuff, but I don't know, the pattern on it kind of looks a little weird the bigger you make it, so. But a nice little centerpiece set up for the table using the foreign decorations and the little candles. lovely little bar thing here for the kitchen. And of course the kitchen itself, the cabinets and everything are really nicely done. It looks to be staircase landings for the sides, wooden 2x4s for the big panels across, and then the metal-edged blocks and such for the cabinets and drawers, and then bottles for the handles. Very nice and neat, and you know, all easily obtained, cheap to buy kind of materials. That's my favorite kind, because that means anybody, even beginners, can get a hold of that and make this a nice little. Good use of the bookcase here. I'm just tucking it in to both of these to make this little shelf cabinet kind of thing going on. I like the idea of using the bar that is on, well, the metal railing that's on the bar as a holder for the pots and pans. Lovely little wine rack. Again, just wooden 2x4s, just kind of, you know, patterned up nicely and very cute. Did I go in here? I don't think so. If I can get this open without me getting stuck in it. I don't have my movement controls completely set up, so I can't like move backwards like I normally do. So here's a little washer or dryer set. It's pretty cute. And then another toilet. Notice they matched what it looks like on the upstairs. And then the little, get my camera, another type of shower. They've changed the way this one's done. It could be that maybe they intended the one upstairs to be the same, but maybe it ran out. Got this little pull chain thing going on. And then to the bedroom. Oh, reading plushy nook here. It's a very cute little house. And that's just what they've built up here in the sky area, so we haven't even touched on all of this. Let's see. Make our way back down without falling to our death here. Just getting another shot of their little waterfall area. Again, I imagine once they're able to incorporate the actual waterfall decor, that this will be a little different. And they would probably, once they're able to upgrade how much, you know, if they're already at their limit, for instance, they can better dress this out with fish and plants and things like that. But a very fun way of adding this little bit in, going via the tunnel. Okay. Come on, Biggie. Up. So here we have the hatch house, which we will get into very shortly, but I just wanted to take another look at the waterfall area from below. Get a good shot of what it looks like. Very well lit. Part of that, I think, is the blue flares that they're using for the mist effect. And you can see the water comes really right up to the level of the lowest rock here, because you see the lily pads are kind of brushing in against it. But this, I think this is why it looks kind of swampy to me, because of all of the grass and stuff as well. I don't know if there's anything actually over here to be looking at, but just gonna check it out to be. Yeah, it just looks really swampy, and but not like a scary swampy. I guess if they changed the lighting and added more kind of spooky elements, it might be kind of a creepy, but it doesn't really have that kind of vibe, which I'm pretty sure that they weren't aiming for anyway. So it looks very lit up and welcoming. This is the best term. So they got their little, you know, sign and everything. I don't know if that's supposed to mean anything specific, but let's go down into the library itself, or the archives. Excuse me. So here we have a little comfortable pillow pile for some reading. And then just various rows of books and things. And of course the librarian is there, ready to shush you if you get too loud. They've got this really nice fireplace set up in the middle, keep everything nice and toasty. And then they have this lovely, really grand aquarium set up all along the wall here. So lots of different items used to kind of flesh that out. Various plants and a better shot plushies. These are like the tentacled alien bushes, I think, and the glowing space sweet. The razor bush, purple razor bush, the shelark plushies. We've got some desert plants in here as well. Thorny brambles stuffs. The leafy stalks, like kelp forest kind of thing going on. Then you have a little, looks like a little cafeteria type of thing. Come and order drinks or soup or I don't know what. Variety of things to satisfy your hunger. Then upstairs, there's a chessboard here, which is really cute. Lop versus Protostar. Another great shot of the aquarium there. And then, of course, more little library areas. This one is for more like story time. They've got not only big couches with little chairs, but this would be like, again, for someone that wants to come and read a snippet of their book, you know, or to answer questions, or just to read a book, like a children's book, to their visitors. Just like a little presentation area. And then I love the chairs. I actually have made some of these for Sylvain on the plot that I'm working on for him. So it's nice to see other people using the same idea. Just a different configuration of, rather than keeping it all straightforward, everything, I just changed up the configuration up here to make it a little bit, you know, maybe these are the more rare book, something like that. And then I don't think there's anything in here, just an empty room, if I remember right. Yeah. It doesn't even have access to the little door, the ladder that would get you out. But maybe they make it a storage room. Maybe put in a pedestal for a really special book or a magic book, or, you know, who knows what. A book of spells or something, and have it under lock and key, or you know, encased in some kind of glass container or something something along those lines. So that's Tildor's Lakeside Archives. Let me just scratch these off here. Okay, then let's see. I get the name right here. Alita moon thistle, or moon thistle hollow. Again, a good example of how, you know, a lot of times when they're building like a space station or maybe the inside of a spaceship or a town, they have their house bordered up, their plot bordered up with walls, kind of keep everything enclosed. And when it comes time to upgrading to this larger plot, they would just have to either extend those walls or build some kind of a tunnel from here to here to kind of continue with that enclosed feeling. But for a plot like this, where it's foresty and meant to be, you know, an area within that forest, it looks kind of weird to have it all empty out here. So it will take some time for folks to really tidy up their plots to kind of adapt to the changes that are coming. But typically you would come in right here where they've got it kind of grassed over, and you just kind of see this little entrance to this particular area. So let's see if I cannot get us lost here. Now there's a lot of little things here as well, I think. So they've more or less made it pretty clear where you can walk, or where you should walk and where you shouldn't, by kind of marking the paths, leaving it kind of bare in places so that you know where to go. I'm kind of going off the path there, I think. See, they mark special places so that you know, okay, this is something important. So here's like a little altar offering worship, some place to, you know, kind of just pay your respects or something to the spirits, to the ancestors, to who knows what. A little creepy with the skulls and stuff, but that is how it is. Kind of hard to see because it's so dark. I'm not sure what's supposed to be up there. Anything. It looks like a little sitting area. Wow, sun's really coming out. And let's see. There's another, not sure what these are. This looks, well, that's kind of daunting with the little casket there. See, I think I went this from the other direction because I see little steps coming up to this little reading area. So I imagine the other one was going to be decked out in similar fashion with pillows and... See, there's like a little staircase too. I completely missed both. I'm so observant. So here you have a little open fire area. Looks like a... I like the little... It looks like a teacup kind of thing going on. But maybe they're doing some spells. Maybe they're a witch. Warlock. Doing some kind of special stuff. I did use the balls for stairs, even though I missed it the first time, but a handy idea. Let's see. Mushrooms are saying, follow me, so I'm gonna go with them. What do we got here? Just a reminder, I am looking to pass out some PTR codes for anybody that happens to be watching and is wanting to get onto the PTR and hasn't had a chance to do so. Either they have missed out on some of the other giveaways and such like that. Just you know, speak up, let me know. I know I said on my tweet, you know, talk to me about housing and stuff, but you don't have to. I mean, I would like it if people were interested in the housing system and getting to see it up close for themselves, kind of check it out. They got all these little platforms and stuff up here, like a what? Like a maze of platforms. I like the use of the ladders as little bridges. They use them as other things too, which is fine. Wow, it just keeps going. There's like tons of them. I'm gonna get lost up here. Hey, look, there's a there's a little pool thing. We're gonna have to go visit that for sure. Okay, this is an example of how the ground changes are going to affect some people's spots. You can see these look like they're floating in the air. I guarantee on live that's probably not the case, because in live right now the ground is contoured, so it's got like little bumps and hills and things like that. On the PTR, the ground, all of them are virtually flat. We do have some clutter, so there's like rocks and flowers that you can see, which you can opt to remove, but essentially the surface of it is flat, perfectly flat. And most suspect that the reason they made this change is because a lot of people were asking for metal types of ground cover, either like metal plates or chua plates or, you know, whatever they could come up with. They have given us that, but I guess it looked a little weird to have metal curving like a natural ground. So when you take your live build and how you have it positioned according to the plot and you put it into the PTR, you will come up with this little weird gaps, floating furniture, floating rocks and things like that, because you built it according to the contours and now those contours are gone, so we'll have to do a lot of adjusting. There has been a call for Carbine to consider toggling that feature, much like they do with the ground clutter. A lot of people are hoping that, at least if not when free-to-play hits live, somewhere down the road, that they will change that so that you can either opt to have it contoured or opt to have it perfectly flat, just to kind of, you know, give some variation and not force people to set it up a certain way. But if they're going to keep the ground flat, I really do hope that they include some actual little hills and mounds and more ground kind of customization decor type of things, different, you know, like a little sand hill and a grass covered hill and a, you know, dirt hill and a hill covered with rocks or something like that. You know, it's extra little terrain features that we could include, but we shall see if that will ever become a reality. Let's see, I don't want to miss any of these little bits out here. He's got this little eatery area set up. See. I feel like I'm just going in a big circle now. I'm looking for the oh, there it is. Now this is basically the kiddie pool fab kit that they've built around to make this little, like a little sauna kind of thing. And you'll notice that they've already incorporated some of the, it looks like what we get for the water decor, which is used, I think it's the actual faucet running into. The only thing that bugs me is it runs into the rim of the wall. But I'm sure they had no choice because the pool itself is, you know, certain dimensions, and to be able to cover that up, they had to have it go in there. But maybe with the new water decor, they can kind of take that in to extend all the way into the water here. Or just build their own without using the fab kit itself. That would be one way to go about it. So let's see. I think we went up there. Let's go in here. All these little, the maze or something. Oh, it's like another little hidden. They're like, you know, doing spells and stuff. It's weird. Here's another little entrance exit to the little sauna thing. So, okay, now I gotta find the main house if I can. Over here. Just the little hedge fab kit. This way, maybe? Right into the wall there. Okay, where are we? So lost. I'm never making it out of this forest. Let's see, let's go back this way, I guess. What I could do is just hit the crystal button and start from the beginning, but I'm gonna force myself to find my way through here somewhere. Let's see. I think I'm on the right track, maybe? Yeah, here we go. Whew. I made it in the roundabout way. So here's the interior of the home. Nice little makeshift couch thing made of chua pillows, purple pillows, and it looks like there's some 2x4s or maybe staircase landing block. Some more of the little, I don't know, herbalism, home remedy kind of thing going on where they've got all these bits and pieces that they collect and then they mix them up in the bowl, following some instructions, things like that. So here you have, I guess it's a bar, a type of bar. They've got like the troughs, using them as kegs, the little faucets coming out. Shelves for their glasses. Here's a little table for two. And a little nook for reading and more spells. They're really keeping this throughout the theme. So it's an important feature, apparently. It's a nice little detail. I mean, all of these little bits they've added in. Things. Taking the time to do that. Somebody's desk, lots of messy papers and boxes. Duck. Nice little fireplace using the obsidian rocks. And an interesting little shelving type of thing here, just using the troughs for making different tiered. It's an interesting way of doing it. I like when people kind of make stuff a little a little unique. Same with like all of this framework and stuff that they're using. They've got the small trellises and things kind of giving some viney, leafy look to the roof areas and stuff. And the carpets covering the bridge and using the vines and the logs and stuff, keeping it all pretty natural looking, which is usually important for someone that's got an orange home or plays an orange character. That really plays a big part, typically. Not always, but typically. Going up. Now, this is empty. I assumed it was going to be another part, but here's a good shot of how they've got the trellises decking out bits. Kind of decorate the roof in a different way. Let's pop down. Here's the bed, and like I said, the trellises are out of the way, so it makes it kind of, you know, feel more green and natural. And same way with the fencing here, using it as a fencing. Obviously, they share this home with a number of other people. Got it all divvied up, different little beds. Again, you know, lots of green little bits, and even here, got some kind of just, it gives us some air, but it also, you know, keeps it all cozy. Okay, let's see. There we go. Another little herbalism, alchemy kind of thing going on. Brewing some kind of mixture. Either they're going to drink it or apply it to something. Maybe it's for healing wounds. Maybe they're some kind of a witch doctor kind of thing where they do their own home remedies kind of. I like the way they've added these extra little platforms and such down this tunnel. It really is reminiscent of the tunnels and homes of the Orin in the open world, with all these little extra little sitting areas and things. A little creepy with the cobwebs, but here we come to their last little room. Lots of detail on the shelving, what they've put in here, and then you got the aquarium using the clunky fire extinguisher, and a variety of plants and plushies for the animals. Again, here's a nice use of the obsidian rock, this time for the tub. And I'm not sure what, I don't know if it's also a clunky fire extinguisher. I kind of imagine it might be, I'm not sure. Yeah, see how there's no collision here? I can go right straight into the aquarium. Based on the size, I would imagine. A lot of people like to use this particular decor piece for fashioning swimming pools, tubs, things like that, that they want their character to kind of be able to submerge in. So like if I was to sit, it would look like I'm in the tub water, which is a nice effect. I think a lot of people were really hoping that was going to be the case with some of the water decor that we're getting, but just because of the style of the water decor that they're giving us and the noise that comes with it, because they all have rushing water sounds, I don't think it's going to be as usable in this fashion for those particular decor, but maybe that's just the start of things, hopefully. And we'll get some more standing water and that kind of different colors of water. Maybe you want some red to make it look like lava going through your pot or something. Instead of using the witch's brew, which makes it look like it's hot boiling cheese or something. So that is Helida Moon Thistle's house, Moon Thistle Hollow. I like the use of the hay as well for the rooftop. Really good for hatch houses as well. If you want to like do a little Walatiki village or something, that would be good. Okay, let's see. What do we have next on our list? See if I get her name right. Julieta Dreamrant. I hope I got that pronounced right. It is called the Summerly Estate. Yeah, there it is for a little bit. And again, it's a good indication of some of the issues players will have to face that are on live now that have certain builds and how they look once they're translated to the new plot sizes. It's a little messy looking, and I know for a lot of builders it's frustrating, and it's for some they've actually lost the gumption to even mess with housing for the time being because they just are so depressed about it and not looking forward to modifying their house, because a lot of them have spent hours and hours, you know, some as much as months of work, and now they're going to have to really do some adjustments to accommodate for the changes, not just the size of the plot, but as I discussed earlier, the flatness that we have. So it's just one of those things. For me, I don't look at it that way. I think of it more as just an extra challenge. You know, for every build that you approach, there's always going to be things that are quirky, and as they improve the system or add things, you know, to the system, you just have to learn to kind of go with the flow and be adaptable. That's the really big thing. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm more prone to change my theme regularly. A lot of people, they'll build something and then they'll never touch it again. They just want it just like that. And I can't do that. I feel like I've got to change, practice improving. You know, maybe I've built a couch way back when, but now I feel like I can maybe hopefully build a better couch than I did before. Just, you know, having picked up, you know, tips and tricks along the way. So here we have, I really couldn't figure out when I first come here if this was like a theme park kind of thing, or just somebody's home that they dedicated their yard to various activities, but we're just going to tour around and see what we see. I only went through part of it. I didn't get all the way through, so we'll see what there is. This is the kiddie pool fab kit. This is the same fab kit that the previous plot had that they built around and made their little sauna out of, and that's why here you'll see the water coming out. They had to build it, and when they built it to cover up the pool part, it ended up clipping into the wall. But this is what they used. Same exact thing, but you know, in the other one you don't see any of the balloons or the little grill or any of that. You just see the water. And that's fun to me. I like decorative fab kits. I don't really use them myself, but I appreciate those that take the time to personalize them, make them unique to their own. Because that's not easy to do, and when they do it and you think, wow, how did they get those pieces, that's a good sign, because that shows that they've done a good job in hiding the fact that they're actually using something that's partly in game and the rest they make themselves. So here's a little public restroom. I guess that's supposed to be the urinals, and then the little sit down kind of thing. And then the sinks, of course. I don't know what the name of the fab kit is. Party fab kit, something. A lot of people will take to building things on the stage. specifically like I've seen little band setups where they got drums and guitars and keyboards and things like that. But you don't have to. Not a requirement that you change up a fab kit, but it's interesting when you do. But just keep in mind that you can't do that with all of them. Challenge fab kits, they have the little barriers around them, I think. So you're not allowed to do that. Here's an interesting little, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a swimming pool or what. I guess so, since they've got the little tiles here. And there's smoke coming up, so I guess it's supposed to be like a little sauna. And again, they're using the, I guess, the funky fire extinguishers to be the water. Yes, it does have like the little lines and bits, but it does give a good simulation of your character being submerged and still being able to see what's going on down there. Not quite sure what this big bonfire is for. Maybe it's a gathering spot and people come, or just keep the lops toasty. I don't know. Let's see. That's of course the lot party. Let's just, I guess we'll just. This is their little mine. We have the mine sign decor, so a lot of people have been coming up with little ways of indicating that they've got a mine on their plot without actually installing the mining fab kit. So here you just have a little bitty idea, you know, that there's some mining going on for some of this loftite stuff, which is, you know, clever. If you want to add an extra dimension to your plot and make it feel like it could be bigger than it is. Here we have a little, I don't know, a little, like a home, a little mini home. They've got basically most of the comforts. Got your little kitchen and then your bed. And nicely done. I mean, not a lot of people would think about using just a little flat piece and then the sleeping bag, pillows. Just an interesting little thing. I'm not sure why there's pillows behind the window there. Maybe just to block something else, or maybe it's storage or something. I don't know. But it's a cute way. If someone was looking to do like some little hobbit homes, that would be good. Makes these little rock caves, and then it's like this fence and bridge combo in front of each one. Would be a handy little thing. Little outdoor grilling going on, which reminds me, I still need to add some logs to Thovan's little plot. Here's a little gazebo kind of thing. It's an interesting approach. I've not seen the nautical wheel used like this, but it's nice. It's bold. It's different. Maybe they have a little announcement, special announcements for this little, whatever this is, kind of thing. I almost would say it would feel better to remove this, but you know, that's just the way they set it up. And it's directly over the little, I think it's the meditation spot fab kit. They've added in lots of little extras to kind of make it their own. Really nice. Again, I like when people do that. Like this little fireplace and couch arrangement with their roasted marshmallows. I guess the marshmallows, I think those are little eggs. Some of the new egg decor that is currently on live. Little egg sacks or whatever, and they're using them as mushrooms. They make probably pretty good popcorn too if it didn't take so many to make them. I'll have to remember that next time I'm trying to make popcorn. Let's see. Let's just keep going around the outer edge, I guess. Here's looks to be some kind of a gift shop or some such, like towels and beach balls and things like that. Little taco stand, this little cooking out there. Here's again another example of how to use those tanks for the water effect. Here's like a, let me see, I think I can get to that over here. Yeah, there's like that way, and then I come across over here. You see where some people's lounging and swimming to the pool. Unfortunately, you don't actually swim, you just kind of run around in the water, but you know, the idea is there, and that's what counts. Here's like a little outdoor bar. Now, I'm wondering, how in the heck do I get up there? Maybe that's over here. It doesn't look like that's meant to be there either. Like a lot of things going on. I'm going to see if I can find how in the world do I get to that spot. Here, maybe? Could be on the other side, for all I know. Maybe over here on the fire. I'm so bad at jumping. Okay, I'll jump on the fire. Fire bad. Gonna see if I can get to that little outcropping on the other side without getting lost. Oh, I found a data cube. Oop. Okay, looks like go in here. It's like, what is in here? There's like all kinds of things. Strange little reading area with little makeshift couch. Suspended by chains. Nice view of the rest of the sky there. I'm not sure how I was actually supposed to get in here, but I'm just kind of wandering around. Okay, here's the little outcropping that we saw from down below. I don't know if that was really the way you're supposed to get to it, but that's how I managed. Water. Okay, what's inside here? Like changing rooms, probably for the skinny dippers and swimmers and stuff. Let's see. I think this is the little date kit, the date night fab kit or whatever. Fun, thing. This, I guess, is another suspended little. At first, I thought it was a swing, but I guess it's just supposed to be a suspended little platform that you can come and sit on. Let's see. Another little pool. Towel there. Hot springs or something. I like plots like this because there's like so much to see. This is one of those that you can visit one time, come back and discover some things you missed the first time. Here's like a little, I don't know, a little tea and food place. Looks like, I guess it's supposed to be a party room because it's got like a gift box here. It's a nice use of the little bow tie there. Fancy tie. So maybe for special occasions when somebody's having a birthday. I like the little teapot that they've made. If you notice that, they've got, looks like the vintage beer mug for the handle, a bottle that's for the top, and then a combination of, it looks like 3 files, one big one, another one to kind of give it that extra little boop on the top, and then another one for the spout. It's a really cute little, you know, for those that are wanting, you know, some kind of representation for teapot or whatever, that's one way to do it. There goes my pig again. Need to find him a mud pit, I guess. Okay, let's just check out what else might be here on this level first. Just a panel. Okay. Not exactly a smooth walk up. Jump, jump, jump. Nice little makeshift couch chair things using the decking. I think it's the deck corners and the long pieces. And of course the sleeping bags for the cushions. I'd love a lot more variety in cushions and fabrics and pillows and things that would really help with constructing your own furniture and things like that, beds and stuff. See if I can get a good shot of what. So there's one of the saunas. Look at that, there's another one. They've got lots of pools, a variety of. Wow, I guess this is the DJ for the whole lot there. That's his thing up here on top of the world. Repeating the chair arrangements, which is nice. This one's a little swing style. Oops, it just fell right off of there. Again, I imagine they're probably planning lots more up here, but I suspect they started running out of decor allowance. Oh, what is this? Oh, I guess this is a private party kind of thing up here. And this is really high up. A little better shot of some of the area around. They've really gone crazy with the stepping stone rocks that you get from Starcom Basin. Earn a little bit of rep with them and they become available. And woof. Really nice though. I like that they used them. See if we can get down now without falling too far. And this is all just on the exterior. We haven't even found our little house yet. So here's that other pool that we saw from above. The really deep one, apparently. So, poop. And it actually shows a room in here. That's, I didn't notice that before. So you could actually see people, you know, kind of swimming around from down there. So that would be the way to get to that rather than jumping down like I did. So yeah, here's this little nook here, and you can actually see others roaming around in a little. Let me go back up there. Saw something and I need to check it out. Make sure I didn't miss anything. It's just all where I can see rock. Okay. That's the exterior of the plot. So let's check out what's inside. Here's another little hole. There's just so many little nifty in here. I would be drowning, I guess, if I stayed in that one, but fun thing. So inside we go, and whoops, facing the wrong way there. So here we come to a little kitchen area. You've got a little bar where you can order your soups and steak and eggs and things like that. I like how they used a combination of stove tops for like making a long string of little oven tops. The sandwich is interesting. I'm not sure what they're using for that little white blob there, but looks like it might be a raw steak. I'm just kind of sandwiched in, making it look like it's got some food in it, which is fun. Let's just have a look inside the kitchen. Well, I'm gonna hit the other one. Come on now. There we go. Here's a look from the other side. Got all your like little prepping table, using the decking for the cutting board here. My pig's deciding he's going to roast himself. I guess this is like an open oven. So maybe you make some bread, roasting some ham hocks or something, having some roast pumpkin for soup. Dishwasher maybe? I don't know what that is. I like the toaster. It's just a metal crate with the toast stuck in it. That's good. Another countertop. Notice it's just a combination of, looks like, I think it's Draken walls with metal-edged blocks. And for the handles, interestingly, they've used some of the either fork, spoon, knife, one of those, the handles of them. It's nice. I haven't seen that done. Usually other items. And then here's their big fridge. All their little goodies in it. Now, some would go ahead and one of those blue flares to kind of give some chilly effect to it, but a lot of people don't like that, especially in this situation, because the chill effector would probably go outside the box. Hey Simpson, yeah, this is on the PTR. So we're currently on Julieta Dreamrant's spot. Yeah, I decided I was hoping to give away some PTR codes today, but nobody seems interested, so we're just visiting some houses. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Let's go in here. Looks like a home office kind of thing going on. Little living room. And wow, look at that bed. That is like a mega bed. Very, very grand. Over the top, glamorous. How's your finger? Feeling better, I hope? Another little tub. This time it looks like using a kitchen sink for the base of it, and then one of those tanks for the water. Maybe it's the bathroom sink, not the kitchen. this sink here, and they just enlarged it and made really cute little vanity table here with all the little perfumes and makeup stuff that they got. Jewelry boxes and stuff. Ooh, surgery. Ew. Is it that bad? What are they gonna do to it? Like, they're not gonna like re-break it and like set it or something, are they? That would be bad. That would be kind of freaky. Little bathroom. That's a little intimidating in the bathroom, but not sure what that's for. Cute little toilet setup though. They're using the not only the actual Flush-O-Matic 3000 or whatever it's called, but they've got the car-themed dresser as the back part, and covered up the one bowl with another bowl, and then topped it with a plate for a lid. Interesting combination. This particular wall, the Draken wall, is real good for if you wanting to make little planters for your house. They work good for dirt. Yes. I can talk. Ugh, that just sounds pretty gross. Well, I hope it works out good. That's pretty freaky. I've never broken anything, so I can't imagine what that's like. My son's gotten close. He dislocated his foot one time and had to wear a cast for quite a while. And still to this day kind of has problems with it, but wow. Stitches and wires and things of that nature in there. It just sounds pretty creepy. Here's a nice little makeshift shelf. Just metal-edged wood pieces. Looks like a panel of glass maybe inserted over top. And then they've got all their little precious collection protected. Oh, this place has just got room after room after room. Keep going. We got here. Little bedroom. That's here. Oh, here we go. Here's a little bowling alley. That's cute. I like that. I've seen a few others, but it's always, again, it's fun to see how other people work the same idea and come up with something that's still recognizable and fun. I like that little indoor bowling alley. And here's the laundry room. That's pretty good. I like the washer and dryer. Got the little heat rods in the one. It's a pretty good way of doing it. Like the knobs, it's all like looks like the ends of silver canisters or some kind of tanks or something. Really nice little touches. I think it's far better than the one I did.